Welcome back for another episode of the Outdoor Limits podcast. This is going to be a fun podcast because we're going to have some involvement from the community on the Facebook group, right, Levi?
We are. You didn't even tell me your name.
My name's Josh.
He's Josh.
Do I need to introduce people? Oh, are we like recording this and totally posting this whole podcast on?
Can.
I guess we could. Might as well, right?
He's Josh.
So we got to keep
I'm
this.
Levi.
We got to keep this under 30 minutes because that's my camera's recording time limit. So we got to make this a quick one.
That's fine.
Cool.
30 minutes is good.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about dream places to hunt and bucket list birds. And so I posted on the Outdoor Limits podcast Facebook group. I asked a poll saying, if you could go on a trip anywhere in the world to hunt waterfowl, where would you go? And we got some.
What was the top list?
We'll get into that here in a minute. But before we get into it, we do actually have an unboxing.
Oh, yeah.
On a podcast, so then people can see everything.
Should we thank our sponsors first before we go?
Yeah. We want to give a shout out to Motion Ducks.
Yeah.
Big partner for the podcast. They've been with the YouTube channel for a while now, and they've got an awesome product. It puts a fantastic amount of motion into your decoy spread. They got a 7 decoy spreader and a 4 decoy spreader, and the motion that thing puts out is a game changer on windless days. You know, you've had those days where you're hunting stale birds, warm days, no wind, and having that motion in your decoys makes a big difference.
Kind of like what the guy was talking about on the Facebook group the other day about hunting with like no wind and you know what I mean, stuff like that. No, this would be good for.
It's a fantastic product. So if you guys are interested in getting something for free, head over to motionducks.com/outdoorlimits and pick up one of those ultimate spreaders, which is what I use, and you'll get something for free, and you can save 10% with the coupon code Outdoor Limits.
And there's also a file on the group page where you can if you go on, you can look, you can click it, and you can see the different codes that are available for different products.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested in any of the companies that we work with, go ahead and join the Facebook group and check out that file, and you'll get some good deals on there. But this unboxing here, this is from MB Custom Leather. I need to open up a P.O. box.
Yeah.
I really do. I used to have one, and it was hot for a little bit, and then everybody stopped sending stuff for unboxings and fan mail stuff. So I think this week I will look at getting a P.O. box so then we can have some fan mail stuff going on. Yeah,
the guy that reached out to me to make that, I gave him my address, and I know that he made some cool stuff, and he's like, yeah, I'm sending it your way. So I said, well, I just had him send it to my address. But it looks like from the picture that he sent me, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool.
Are you ready for this, Levi? I don't know if you are. Whoa, hold on. There's a lot of leather in this.
Wow.
It smells like a boot store. Hold on. I'm going to keep this below the camera so then we can put this all together.
That's the real deal there.
This is the real deal. Sorry,
that
podcast.
is real hard. That is real hardware.
Yeah, sorry, podcast listeners. This is like,
go watch the YouTube video.
You got to watch the YouTube video of this unboxing to check this out. But
dang,
we've got some game totes, mallards, bro, and then we've also got a Spoonies, bro, leather game tote. Man, this thing is legit.
Holy crap!
How many drops are on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on each side. That's hefty.
Seriously.
Dude, this is like leather, like for a saddle. This is sweet.
Limits of geese could go on this, and it ain't going to break.
No.
Limits of geese.
You could probably tow a truck out of the mud with this thing. This is really cool.
I don't know if they can see this, but this is like a weight belt to go lift weights at the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
This is really cool.
Heavy duty.
What we decided is that we will be giving away the Spoonies, bro, game tote. I'm gonna hang on to the Mallards, bro, one because we can get some cool pictures with that. But so to enter in the giveaway, head over to the Outdoor Limits podcast Facebook group. You have to be a member of that group. Just go ahead and join it, and we will be picking a winner.
July
1st. So head over to the Facebook group. We'll be picking a winner on July 1st. We want to give this podcast and this video we're doing as much time as possible to get as many people entered in this giveaway, and we'll have that picked. So I guess we'll just pick from all the members in the group.
Yeah.
And put it at random and see who can win. So
So, Brennan Meyer out of Westlake, Louisiana.
He does some good work.
He's
man.
the guy that made these. So, what was it? What was the name of his company? MB
Custom Leather.
MB Custom Leather. So, if you're interested in him making you something, I mean, he spent a lot of time on this. I could tell. I mean, and
I wish I could make something like this.
It looks good. I mean, and this is something that I don't know how much you got. Like, if you have to, rub some.
Oh, like probably saddle soap on it. And
yeah,
weather.
I don't want to say lotion, but rub it down with something to moisturize it. But I mean, this
is cool.
You are not gonna. I mean, this isn't a little camo one you buy at the store that then you use for 2 years and it breaks. This is. You pull your dog. Hell, if you got a big dog, you use this as his collar. I mean, that's.
You think that fit Coda?
That'd fit Coda for sure.
This would fit around Cora's belly.
That's you know what? That's something that if you got a dog that needs a collar,
or you could put it on the dog and the dog can carry the birds.
Yeah, latch them right there. Saddle straps on the dog. We're coming up with all kinds of good.
Oh, and then strap it to the sled, and the dog can pull the sled.
There you go.
But yeah, huge shout out to what was his name?
Brendan
Meyer.
Brennan, Brennan.
This one I've got, it's kind of got a double stamp.
So it's 2 N's. Brennan.
Yeah, yours is a lot more clear. Yeah.
Brendan Meyer.
Thanks, Brendan.
So,
that's sweet.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. Who knows? I mean, I think he could probably make all kinds of stuff. So who knows? You just have to get a hold of him if you want something made. But
spoonies, bro. Imagine that with what did I say? There was 16 drops.
Is there 16
or 8? There's 8 on each side, so 16. Imagine this with 16 Drake spoonies on it. That would be cool.
Or this one with 16 Drake mallards with all the green, or those bright orange feet. Late
That'd
December,
be cool.
January mallards.
That'd be cool. So let's go ahead and talk about our dream places to duck hunt. And so let's go ahead and pull up the poll that I did on the Facebook group. 22 people voted for Saskatchewan. Have you ever wanted to go to Saskatchewan to duck hunt? Like, has it been like at the top of your list? We're talking like if you had an unlimited amount of funds to spend on one trip to take.
I would. I don't know if I'd go to Saskatchewan.
Okay.
I might.
It's up there.
I might. It would be, it'd be like, okay, this is how I'm going to compare it. I hope everyone enjoys this. It would be like saying, I'd love to eat chicken, and going out to a chicken coop with a chick that's just hatched and catching that chicken because it's still got an eggshell on its head. So it's like shooting ducks with eggshells on their head. I don't know if you've ever heard of people doing that, or like using that as a reference to like how dumb the birds are.
Yeah, I've wanted to go to Canada just to experience.
Yeah,
the hunting up there, but it's not. I don't think that's at the top of my list.
It can't be at the top right now because you can't get into Canada. So
that's true. Number 2 is New Zealand. That would be cool. And the cool thing about New Zealand is they're on the other part of the world where when it's our spring, it's their fall and they're hunting ducks. So if you had an unlimited amount of money, and I don't even know if they let people from the States come to New Zealand and duck hunt, but
a guy sent me a message just a couple of days ago. They smashed the mallards. Like, I bet they had like 40 of them, 40 to 50.
And I think their regulations are a little bit looser than ours in the States. But if you have unlimited resources, you could hunt ducks from like September to like the end of May.
Anywhere, you're talking anywhere in the world?
Anywhere in the world.
Boy, that would get tiring.
That would get so tiring. But it'd be really cool to go to New Zealand and just see it and hunt. And
it's like, to me, it's like if we make a trip to like Montana or Wyoming or Idaho, it's just the scenery. Out here, we go out to the cornfields and it's like
there's nothing
Kansas
new.
Cornfields. Out there, in the backgrounds, it's mountains or a river, and then you can go catch trout or, it's just unique that out here we don't see if we look out, we see cows
or trees
hedgerows,
corn. And then New Zealand had 12 votes.
Wow.
Alaska was next, which that would be cool.
That would be up there on my list. I know some guys that have went up there, and I'm a little jealous.
Followed by Argentina. That had 3 votes. Alaska had 8. Argentina would be unique because you get to shoot like really different species of ducks.
Did you vote on this or?
I did not.
Oh, okay, so you're going to tell us?
Yeah, I have to think of. I don't. The thing is, I don't really have a dream place to hunt because I live the dream, right?
What? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like I would be happy hunting the same way and same places we hunt every day.
Yeah,
but taking trips is fun. Arkansas had 2 votes.
You just like going to the bar with me.
I do love going to the bar with Levi and the older women. But Arkansas had 2, North Dakota had 1, and Kansas had 1.
Kansas only had 1?
Well, I don't think
I guess
it's
not a dream spot. Yeah, nobody voted for Oklahoma or Texas or any of that?
No.
Wow.
But we had a very small number of people participating, which is why we want more people to come join into the group. It's a lot of fun. So go join the podcast group on Facebook.
I figured Oklahoma and Texas would have been higher just because of for species we get those all here in Kansas, but they really hammer the widgeon, the pintail, the cranes, the little, I think the specks. They get more variety. Yeah. We do it here in Kansas, but it gets cold enough that all those birds get down into Oklahoma and Texas to where they've got a really good opportunity to kill blue-winged teal and green-winged teal in November, December.
Late in the season. Yeah. So, Levi, what's your number one? If you didn't have to worry about any money, you could go anywhere you wanted to go.
Oh, man, it would be it's tough. Like you said, I think we've got it pretty good here with what we've got. Just as far as scenery, experience.
There's some
uniqueness,
places
like the hunt. Like I've got some old spots that I used to hunt where on the river where, I'd sit 20 feet up in the air on the bank and the river was below me when those ducks would come in. Once they came in, it was like shooting down, shooting middle, and then shooting up. Mm-hmm. So that was like, that's still one of my dream places to hunt. It just gets me giddy every time when, you see mallards dropping in there. But I would have to say it would probably be like, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, western Nebraska.
You want mountains.
Just, I feel like that would just be beautiful to have mallards cupped up or geese, big geese cupped up with, a mountain range in the background or something like that.
I hunted in Colorado a couple times.
Oh, yeah?
We weren't even close to the mountains, though. We were way eastern Colorado.
It doesn't even have to be that. It's just the uniqueness of hunting instead of hunting a cornfield like we do a lot, hunting some field that they grow, whatever that might be. I don't know, but
I think they grow corn.
Well, I'm sure that they grow, but I'm sure they grow other stuff other than just corn. Around here it's corn and beans, and that's pretty much it.
Wheat.
But you don't really, unless it's early and they're moving into wheat and it's winter wheat, but they're not hunting a chiseled wheat field in December.
Yeah.
So
you say like Northern Rockies then?
Yeah, Idaho, Montana, Washington State, Montana.
Anywhere
Wyoming.
with mountains in the background then, huh?
Yeah, just even western Nebraska, kind of the western part of like South Dakota maybe.
There's like nothing out there.
I don't know.
You need to travel more, Levi. You've been in Kansas too long.
But no, I'd be good with Wyoming, Colorado, Montana, Idaho area, something like that.
Yeah.
Because really, those guys, like, you can trout fish. There's streams there, too. So
you're a man of many opportunities.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah. So I think if I had to pick...
Wait, let me guess.
What?
Did you think that the western area was going to be mine?
Yeah. You talk about it all the time.
Okay. Let's see. I think yours... Is yours going to be the south?
TikTok?
Or the northeast?
I want to hunt big water.
Okay. So like northeast.
Big water.
Like the Great Lakes.
Great Lakes or the ocean. Now, it's not necessarily like for the species of ducks. It's just something that would be such a cool experience. Just being on a diver hunt out in Lake Erie on a layout boat, that would be such a cool experience and something that I could not possibly do here.
Right.
You know? So, like, I could go hunt geese anywhere, right? And it'd be the same thing pretty much wherever you go. And I've hunted in Colorado where we hunted a lot of snows and lessers, where we laid in white and we hunted out of a pit and whatnot. But we've also hunted here in A-frames. And I if I'm going to travel somewhere, I'm either going for a species that I can't hunt here or for all-around new experience. The timber's up there too. It's not super high on my list. It'd be cool to go on a timber hunt, but
Arkansas timber you're talking? Or
any timber. You know,
we might do that next season.
But like being out and like out in the open, you know, have you seen those videos of people hunting divers out in the middle of Lake Erie?
Like layout boats and stuff?
Yeah, and it's just like you're riding the waves, you got the long line. It'd be so cool.
Yeah.
And I don't hunt a lot of divers anyways, so it'd be hunting newer species, a lot of bluebills and canvasbacks and redheads.
That stuff is probably up there. Like I want to do. I mean, and I've told you this before. I want to go to either like the Northeast and do like sea ducks and brant and all that, or I mean, going to Alaska. That's pretty high up there. I'd like to kill a bunch of those species, but I guess I just made my.
You're changing your mind because of what I said.
No. I don't want to hunt like. I wouldn't really care to hunt like. I would like sea ducks, like new like species and stuff like that. Like I would like to kill a variety of species, but I mean, as far as like scenery goes and just like something like not like this, but still kill mallards and stuff like that. That's why I would like to go to the, you know, Pacific Northwest, I guess you call it, or the Rocky Mountain area, you know, Montana, Wyoming. But
there's so many. The thing about the States is like there's so many different places to hunt ducks, like different terrains and habitats and things. It's just so cool. But yeah, I'm having to go for big water hunt just to experience it. I may get seasick, I don't know, but it'd be a lot of fun. Something different, something I've never done, something I've never really experienced, and something I don't have the resources to do myself. So that's up there on the list, followed by Sandhill Crane hunting in Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah, you do that type of hunting, you'll shoot what is it? What are those mergansers and stuff?
Hey, he flies and dies, brother.
Yeah.
Flies
off the grill too.
I am known to on a slow day shoot a hooded merganser. I will pass on a common merganser though.
You shot commons on the river that one day.
Yeah. I didn't. I shot a mallard.
I thought you shot a common too.
I don't think I did.
I know we shot a couple.
We shot a few.
I didn't shoot anything because I couldn't hit nothing. So
yeah, that was a rough day.
But yeah, ugly.
Yeah,
thing.
I think high on my list is layout boat on big water,
timber,
river. I've never experienced a river hunt and like a good one where they just come from
like,
up top, coming straight down.
Like you're talking like how I was saying.
Yeah,
like
that is, dude. And that's something we can do here, but we just haven't been able to connect the dots and have that come through and be put together. But that's high on the list. And then going to experience a timber hunt.
Jeez,
I'm choking on something. That's the timber hunt. It's like it'd be cool.
Well, hunting the river like that is almost like hunting timber, just because, like I said, unless those ducks are flying up and down. But where several of the areas that I hunted, those trees were up real tall, and like I said, those ducks had to come down, and they were 20 feet, 10 yards below you when they were coming into the decoys, and you were shooting down on them, and then you were shooting up or mid, and then you were shooting up, and a lot of times you could go 3 for 3 pretty easy.
That'd be on those.
Fun. And I'm telling you, like, I've got some pictures in this, like, it was just like beautiful, especially when there was snow on the ground and everything, the backdrop was white.
And you see those green heads and orange feet.
And so like I'll never forget any of this. But like, I mean, there was multiple times where we'd hunt this one spot where there's a little riffle, and it was only 6 inches deep, and a little pocket back there, and put some floaters and some full bodies out right there, and it would be bright blue sunny day with snow. And those ducks, you could see them, the green head glistening up above. They'd work in those trees, and they'd drop down, and then they'd turn dark. But then once they got down into that snow backdrop and that sunlight coming through there, those bright orange feet, it was just beautiful. I mean, you literally can't beat it. I mean, it's just.
We got to find a spot to do that.
Yeah.
And the thing about river hunts is like, it takes the right conditions.
Oh, yeah. We hunted a river,
and you have to be on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, so that river I was talking about, and then there's another one, which we hunted. There was couple thousand mallards going in there. And the river, I wouldn't even call it a river. It's more like a creek. It's like 10 yards wide. And the trees are like, I mean, there's like, not a gap really, but these mallards, this was the only thing that was open, and the water was running on this creek. It was up. So we threw out a decoy and it just swept off. So you couldn't use any decoys, but those mallards, we shot a 3-man limit of mallards, or a 4, one guy took his, but 3-man limit of mallards in like 15 minutes, all drakes, and we left. No decoys. Birds drop through the trees, pick them out. I mean, we could only.
You were just in the right spot at the right time.
Dude, they had been there for days, and we just couldn't make it happen. And when finally got permission, and everything worked out, we got there early. I mean, there were so many ducks. You were standing on the side of the bank right there, and mallards just be coming in and landing around you, and it was crazy. But no decoys, no calling. Literally just stood behind the tree. Stood in the trees there. And the ducks had been there for like a week, though, and that was the only thing that was open. And it took me, like I said, a week or so to figure out a plan to get in there and get permission and everything like that. And we could only come in from one side, but it didn't matter. It was just one of those deals where, I mean, I wish we could have had 30 guys in there to enjoy it with us.
30?
I mean, I'm just saying, just other people, because it was just the three of us.
All right, I'm done. You're next. Come on in.
I mean, I'm not kidding. It was just like that. It was just like where it's one of those experiences like where I may not ever experience that again.
Mm-hmm. I've had hunts like that where I know I'm never going to ever have that happen again. But there's always a chance.
Yeah. There's
like within a 5-year time span, I think there's always like 1 or 2 hunts that were the be-all, end-all of those 5 years, and you will remember that hunt forever.
Since we've been hunting the last couple of years, what do you think's our best hunt? So we've had some good ones.
We've had a lot of good ones. I think the Flyways Collective hunt was.
That's your favorite one.
That was a good one.
That's up there, but it's just so for the amount of birds and everything that we killed, but it was so fast. I didn't get to enjoy it as much.
Okay,
so to me, in my mind, I rank it just a little lower.
What would you say is the top one?
Gosh, I would probably have to say, gosh, I don't know.
The Ice Ripper hunt 2 years ago?
With the bands? Or no?
No.
Where was over?
Yeah.
That wasn't my place though.
Yeah, but you were on the hunt.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. The ones where the cops showed up, that was a fun one.
That was interesting.
We got to tell that at some point.
Yeah.
That was a good, but I don't know. I would probably say, I don't know. The Ice Ripper one over here was good.
What about the 6-man from this year?
Which one was that?
The one with the snow. We shot those specs.
Oh yeah. At the end of season?
Oh yeah.
That was a 5.
The one that only has 10,000 views on YouTube, and it's like the best hunt of the season.
It's probably one of the best of the year for sure. I mean,
it's like the
amount
last
of birds,
hunting video.
quality of shooting.
Dude, that was a phenomenal hunt.
That was the 6-man. You're talking about the 6-man where we
The one
where we parked and drove.
Steve with us.
Yeah. That one was fun. I just feel like our shooting wasn't that good. We didn't have a lot of birds were in the decoys, but then a lot of them were right over. So I'm just trying to think. I think, now that you bring it up, the last one has got to be up there.
I forgot about that one.
That one's got to be up there really
all the
high.
Specs.
Just because we had birds coming in and landing.
And we didn't wake up early.
Yeah.
We set up at like 10 o'clock.
And we were out in 3 hours.
And we set up, and then they finally flew. Like, after 20 minutes of waiting.
It was like, okay, we're set up. Oh,
hey, there's
15
geese.
15 minutes later, here come the geese.
And the geese didn't move at all that morning before then.
Nope. No.
We
could have smashed. You could have had 15 more guys, and we would have smashed them.
Why not 30?
Oh, boy, we can do 30. I mean, we need some more A-frames, but that was fun because also Aiden's buddy Tyler was able to get his first spec, and we let him shoot. Like, he was the only one that shot. So that was cool to see him get his first speckle belly ever.
Yeah.
And then
those juvies, dude, they gave it up.
Oh, they were dumb.
That was good. So, do you have a bucket list bird?
Yeah, probably gonna be the speckled tail widgeon.
Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, that one.
Okay, if you would have hit that first, you would have been good.
I know. I gotta label these.
The speckled tail.
That's not a thing.
Well, if a speckled belly mated with a pintail.
Talk realistically.
Oh, okay. It can't be like a hybrid. It can just be like one, like a
pintail. A hybrid's out of the question.
Okay, so it's got to be like one genetic, like one.
How would a speckled belly and a widgeon crossbreed?
Well, no, it'd be a speckled belly and a pintail, and then the pintail spec would breed with the widgeon. So it'd be. I mean, hey, it's 2021.
They're really giving you a good education there in college, huh?
Yeah. I would probably have to say, I mean, it'd be one that I've never shot before. I'd have to say it'd be king eider.
That's like a very popular bucket list bird. That makes it not my bucket list bird.
I mean,
I don't like conforming necessarily.
It's one that I've never shot, and I think the situation, the location.
It's a hard one.
I think all those put in together, I think it would make it a very unique, memorable hunt. So.
Yeah. Mine's Sandhill Cranes.
I knew you were going to say that.
Mine is Sandhill Cranes. Have you ever been under a flight of Sandhill Cranes? It is the coolest thing ever.
I don't think I have.
Have you ever seen Sandhill Cranes work into a field?
Maybe a couple, but not
Dude, they just circle and just like spiral down.
So they're like geese, little geese almost.
Kind of.
Or snow geese.
It just depends. But when I saw them, they were mating, and so it was their breeding season.
Really?
So they might have been different. This was in Nebraska.
Mating season, huh? Yeah. In flight?
They weren't mating in flight, Levi. They might have been acting differently because of the time of year. But just seeing those big pterodactyls come down, big long feet.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
We might have to do that this year.
Oh, no, the camera stopped recording. Hold on. We're back. We were talking about Sandhill Cranes being a pterodactyl.
Hopefully that picked up through the...
I think I'll lay over this audio with that.
So that's your favorite, huh? That's what
Sandhill Cranes followed by Brant geese.
Okay. Well, yeah, we may have to do some Brant too. That's up there. Just because it'd be unique. Okay. So what's your bucket list hybrid? You can't say the speckled tail.
Speckled tail
widgeon.
Bucket list hybrid. Probably mallard pintail.
You know, I've killed a hybrid before.
Really?
Goose. Mm-hmm. It was somebody's going to correct us out there on this, but it was a couple years ago, and it was a Canada goose mixed with like a speckled belly or some type of farm goose or something. It had orange feet, and I think it had a couple spots on its like specks on its stomach, but then it had a orange beak, but a black head. It was rich.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
I need to put a poll out on the Facebook group asking people what their bucket list bird is.
Oh, have you ever? Yeah, you should do that. But have you seen that picture of the white goose that I saw with the black head?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, that is a bucket list bird.
No, wasn't it a black Canada body with just a white head?
No, it was a white body with a black neck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had it backwards. That's a cool bird.
I need to post that picture to the Facebook
group.
Yeah.
I think that like the mallard pintail hybrid
that's a pretty one.
It's
too.
a cool bird. And I don't know for sure if I've shot a hybrid or not. People said that I shot a Gadwall mallard hybrid. I think this has happened a couple of times now. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
all white with a black head and white cheek patch.
Yeah. I don't know if this will show up on.
Are you going to show it on the camera?
Show it on camera.
But I forgot what I was saying.
So if you can see that bird.
What was I talking about?
Right there in the middle. That is a white Canada goose with a black head.
Yeah, so the hybrid that a lot of people claimed that I've shot was what people call Brewers Duck, which is a Gadwall mallard hybrid. I don't know for sure if it was. I'll post a picture and see what people think, but I honestly think it's just a mallard hen that was so old that it stopped producing estrogen and it took on features of a male duck. That's a thing.
Yeah, I think I've had the same thing happen.
That's happened twice now. I remember a couple years ago on a farm pond, I picked one up. I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. Looks like a hen, but it's got drake features.
Yeah, I think I've had that same thing happen. You want to know what's really unique about this is I saw this goose 3 different locations. The first day I actually saw it, I was on the phone with you when I drove by and I saw him, and I was like, wait a second. So I turned around, and I wanted to shoot it. So I went and asked the guy if I could jump the pond and shoot that one only, and he wasn't into hunting. But I was like, just like begging, like,
give me
can
that
you please
goose.
just one shot? You know, if it doesn't happen, it won't. You know, I won't shoot again. But yeah, I saw that on that first day. I was actually.
I told you, I guarantee you won't see that goose again because somebody's going to poach it.
I saw it 3 times until I'm pretty sure season was closed on the last time I saw it. But I saw it on 3 different ponds.
Poachers don't care with seasons.
One of the, actually all 3 of the ponds, one of them you can hunt on. The other 2 are not allowed to hunt on, so he was safe there. But yeah, and I saw him. It was probably in a 10 to 15 mile area radius. So he was flying around, and somebody else had posted pictures of a very same goose in the state of Kansas, and it was like there's no way, because there's no way he would have flew. Like they were like 500 miles west, and I was like, it's impossible for him to fly like that overnight.
I think it's called leucistic. That's how they phrase it, a leucistic duck or goose.
Yeah, I've seen black with like a white head, but this year is the first year where I've ever seen all white body with a black neck and black head. And everything.
Quill Lake goose would be cool too.
I've got one of those. Got one of those probably back in 2012.
Oh, do you remember that quill that went away this year?
Yeah.
On the shot cam, I shot the one right next to it.
That's your fault.
Oh, dude. When I looked at that shot cam video,
I was going to shoot that one.
I was tore up.
I knew it was there the whole time.
Did you?
No.
It was in the very back.
Well, we came home after that, and we were looking at the video, and I don't know why we were looking at the video, but we just happened to.
Yeah, I don't remember. We were drinking whiskey and reminiscing about our
It was
successful
cold. It
hunt.
was a blizzard.
Oh yeah, it was Blizzard Day. That's right.
But yeah, we pulled that up, and it was. Then we're like,
plain as day.
You know, wait a second, what the heck? You know, and, that was we also saw one in when we were going to use my A-frame in that field that one night, but I forgot a pole, so we had to use layout blinds. That was last season, not this year, not this season, but the year before.
I think it was 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
think it was.
We were faced away into those trees.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We
shot a couple that night because some of them flew behind us and we shot them, but we had to be careful when we shot behind us.
Yeah, no, that was like 2 years ago. I don't know. I'll see if I can find it.
No, I'm pretty sure that was not this season, not the 2020, 21. It was the 2019, 2020 season.
No, I think it was 18, 19. I really do.
Okay. Either way, it might have been. I can't remember. I thought it was.
Yeah, this was the hunt right here. February 8th, 2019.
Yeah, 2019, 2020 season.
This was January. So it'd be 18, 19.
Wait, that says February.
Or February, sorry.
Yeah. So that'd be the 2018. Okay, so that
I was right.
Okay, I was thinking.
Look at that goof.
Yeah, look at that. That was before I drank a lot of beers. But we saw, I don't know if you remember, you saw it or we both saw it, but I
don't remember that.
There was a quill on that. Flew by.
They always do that.
It was over on the left side.
Elusive Quill Lake goose.
But I saw one time. I don't know if it had a collar. It might have had a neck collar or something. I think it did. I'm pretty sure it did have a neck collar. This is probably back in 2011 and maybe 10, 12. Anyway, somewhere in there. It was over like 10 years ago. But I saw it out in one of my fields. And like I said, I've never poached, none of that. And so I could have easily maybe snuck up and shot it with a shotgun or easily shot it with a rifle, but wasn't about to do that. But because I knew we were going to go and hunt it. But anyways, I could see through the binoculars and read the numbers. Well, a couple weeks later, 3 weeks later, whatever, season had closed and it had warmed up. There's a guy in Kansas City that was at a park and took some pictures of some geese and put it on like a waterfowl page or something. Is that same
goose?
Same exact goose.
Huh.
And I was like, and I sent him a message. I was like, dude, that is crazy. I was like, I got pictures and I just saw that goose a couple weeks ago. So anyways, it's weird that those geese move like that. Like especially when it starts to warm up. And this is one thing that I guess kind of goes off a little bit, but waterfowl seasons, like they're made to end at a certain time. Like, yeah, sometimes we wish they would go a little longer, but really once the
season closes.
The season closes, but the moon phase and the sun and everything, they start getting longer. The birds know that, and they are moving north. Like, I mean,
yeah.
The beginning of February, unless it's like super cold or something, or there's a storm coming, they're hanging out like kind of was this year, except season was already closed.
Mm-hmm.
But they're programmed to know that, hey, the days are getting longer. We need to get back up north and get into the breeding grounds and start like that. So,
yeah,
I always see guys talking about that, like wishing they could hunt longer. Change season dates is always it's a really hot topic. Splits in different areas and guys wishing they didn't start, as soon, but went later or, just different things like that. And, there's a lot of, data, I think, that goes into behind making those decisions, the dates and stuff like that. So it's
hardest data.
Yeah, it's not, and I say this, which I don't know, but it's not just saying, oh, let's just mark this down on the calendar as the opening day.
Yeah.
And then, or let's have a split in between this, the beginning of January, which blows my mind. Blows my mind. Like here we have that split in the beginning of January or whatever. And it's like, I wish we didn't, because it would make it.
Give it to us like the second week of December.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or at the end of November.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've also had times where, I could pull up, and I could probably post this pictures or video. It was right before Thanksgiving, back in 2013, 14, that there was a big cold front that came through, snow, blizzard, whatever. And I had a pond that was 15 yards by 15 yards wide. It was, a puddle surrounded by trees, and there was 15,000 mallards using the field that was right beside it. And there was guys that hunted to the north, and they banged on them. I put out my ice heater into this little thing. I mean, we had a puddle that was 10 feet by 10 feet open water, and with some spinners in there and some full bodies on the ice. And we freaking, that's one of those times where they'd come in at 500 at a time, and you could just close your eyes and point, and you were killing ducks. But, I mean, I think we only had 3 or 4 or 5 guys on that. I mean, probably just 4. But, I mean, we shot our 24 ducks, 30 minutes. It was freezing. But that's just one of those deals where
it's like one of those once-in-a-5-year time span
It wouldn't
deals.
have been like that had there not been a blizzard and a snowstorm coming through, the 20th of November. I mean, season literally opens like in Kansas the 14th, or I think in that area, the 14th. So it had been open for a week. Snowstorm, blizzard, whatever, cold front came through. First big group of mallards that would probably end up down in Texas and Oklahoma were here. And I can tell you that was a fun one. Because, and what made it cool was there was other guys, I think they were hunting the roost, the main roost, one of the main roosts. And with them hunting that, me hunting the field where they would feed in, the pond right beside it, they would keep them kicking up off of that. I was hunting right where they would feed, and then there was another lake that they would go to that nobody could mess with them. But we just kept them moving, and then, it worked out for everybody. So that's another thing you hear is people getting mad about hunting the roost and stuff like that. But as long as it's not a main roost where you're hunting it early season or it's going to kick the birds out of the area. But, man, I mean, sometimes it's good. It gets those birds moving again, and it keeps them up. And,
that's true.
Maybe somebody else bangs them up while you go hunt another spot and bang them up. So
they'll be back
eventually. Yeah. But I don't know. That's my little story. But
yeah. Well, cool deal. This is a fun one. So go join the Facebook group. We preach about it in the podcast. It's a lot of fun.
We're going to do more giveaways than just this. There's a turkey.
That one's pretty much over now.
Yeah, well, people still have a week.
Yep. We're picking June 1st.
Right. So, but yeah, there's going to be other stuff going on in there. And then people can post pictures and videos of their hunts or
ask questions, so on and so forth. Just make it a community.
For sure.
But thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure, Levi.
Yep. That's right.
It's always so awkward ending a podcast.
Shoot them in the face.
Shoot them in the lips.
Yeah. They're red lips. Yellow lips?
Yeah,
yellow lips?
Mallards have yellow bills.
Black lips.
It's right there. It's mallard. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys.
See ya.
We'll catch you on the next one.